I'm Aaron Nagler. I'm here with Andrew Perloff for SI.com, looking at a couple quarterbacks who could potentially be on other teams in 2015, whether it be by trade with Jay Cutler, ESPN's Adam Schefter dropping this morning that he could possibly be traded and there are teams interested, or Brian Hoyer, who still hasn't been talked to about a new contract this year with the Browns, probably out the door to usher in Johnny Manziel. Looking at these two guys, who do you think teams will be hotter after? The steady as she goes Brian Hoyer, who may be limited athletically, or Jay Cutler, the ultimate coach killer, who's got all those tantalizing athletic abilities, who never seems to put it together?
Well, my initial reaction was, first of all, is Chicago the city running Jay Cutler out of there? I can't believe after investing all that they would do it. It makes sense. They would shave a ton of cap money.
Right.
I think people would stay away with Cutler, bring in Hoyer as a reasonable possible backup, possible starter, kind of like Josh McCown in Tampa Bay. I do not take Cutler, and I don't think a lot of teams would take Cutler. But you still have to pay him. I know $15 million next year, I believe, and then an option around $18 million.
A lot of money.
It's going to be expensive.
A lot of money.
So I think really anybody. I'd actually take Aaron Nagler over
Jay Cutler.
I don't want Jay Cutler.
That's tough, man.
I know Schefter said there were teams. Who are the teams?
I know.
Can you even speculate?
That's the most interesting thing.
So I take Hoyer.
I mean, who knows? I mean, look at around the league, quarterback play is obviously the make or break.
Yes.
And with Hoyer, at least you know you're going to stay on schedule. And yeah, he's going to make a ton of great eye-popping SportsCenter highlight type plays? No. Is Jay Cutler? Probably the wrong way. I mean, you've seen time and again. He got away with 2 interceptions again against Minnesota, only because Minnesota couldn't capitalize on it. I agree with you. If I'm a team, I look at Hoyer as potentially a bridge quarterback. You got to think there are teams that are going to want to get a guy in there to kind of, hold the offense's hand as it gets ready to draft somebody and bring him up, allow him to sit for a year or two. That's got to be frustrating for Hoyer. But if you're a team, that's the guy you want.
Well, let's be clear, by the way. We're not saying Brian Hoyer is more talented than Jay Cutler.
Not at all.
Jay Cutler is more talented than pretty much everybody.
Absolutely.
But when you're looking at situations, and I don't think Hoyer necessarily gets out of Cleveland. I know he had a rough day today.
Right.
But there are a lot of intangibles with him. Leadership. That's a young team. Maybe it's Johnny's team, but maybe not for a couple of years.
That's the thing. You look at
we don't know for sure that Johnny doesn't eventually get out of Cleveland.
Well, absolutely. But you look at Ray Farmer's press conference earlier this year. You read between those lines, and it sure sounds like they are gunning for bear to get Manziel under center week 1 of 2015.
But there's going to be, I looked at it, about 9 teams that are looking for quarterbacks, and there are not 9 draftable quarterbacks.
that's probably true.
You never know. Quarterbacks is chaos.
Got to have one.
Yep.
Got to have one. Well, there you go. We're looking at possible destinations in 2015. For Andrew Perloff, I'm Aaron Nagler for SI.com.